Hi everyone, I wanted to share with you the bokeh technique, and this is a technique used in photography, and here's the definition of it. The bokeh effect is obtained by aesthetically blurring the background with an aim of producing the circular discs of the available background lights. So that's essentially what we're trying to recreate in our paper crafting here. And this technique's been around for a long time. I'm not the first one to do it, but this is my first time trying it. So these are the three that I've done so far. In this one I used chocolate chip, what did I use? Chocolate chip, wild wasabi, and soft sky. And then of course the circles are done with craft white ink, and these are all inks from Stampin' Up. You can use any inks though, as long as you have a white ink to do on top. And then this one is done with Hello Honey, crisp cantaloupe, and Tangelo Twist. And this one is done with Mossy Meadow, Pear Pizzazz, and Pistachio Pudding. So those are the three that I've done so far, and I want to show you this technique, so let me just get my area cleared and we'll move on to showing you the technique. I'll be right back. Okay, what you're going to need for this technique, the bokeh technique, is you're going to need some ink. I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss, Lost Lagoon, and Wisteria Wonder. You're going to need the craft stamping pad in Whisper White. You could also use any white ink pad. For that matter, you can use any ink colors. I'm just using Stampin' Up colors because I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator and I love the colors, and it's easy to match them into color combinations. Okay, so then you're going to need some white cardstock. I'm using Whisper White cardstock. This is cut down at 3 3/4 by 5. And then you're going to need to make yourself a mask, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to see this. Let me see. Well, I could just use my towel that I use for my stamps. I don't know if you can see that or not. I've got a mask here. It's got 3 circles punched out of it. Here, here, and here. I wrote the word top so that I would know that that faces up, and that's important, and I'll show you why in a minute. So basically that is what you need to create this technique. And you're going to need sponges for each of your ink pads, and I'm using a sponge dauber for the white ink. So let me move all this out of the way and we'll get started with our technique. Okay, I've moved my pads off to the side here, and I've got my cardstock ready, and I'm just going to start adding ink to the paper. You do this in whatever order in which you would like to do it. There's no rhyme or reason. I think I'm going to start with the Blackberry Bliss, which is the darkest color, and I'm just going to get a little ink on my sponge, and I'm going to make circular motions and just add some ink here and there using Blackberry Bliss. Now, I don't want a whole lot of dark, but I do want some. Okay, next I'm going to go to Lost Lagoon. And make sure I'm still in frame there, and I'm going to add some of this, and I am overlapping it a bit with the Blackberry Bliss just so it looks like it's blended in a little bit. And you could add as little ink or as much ink as you would like, you know, to make it lighter or darker. I'm going a little heavy-handed on that Lost Lagoon there, but that's all right. Add a little bit here. See, I'm trying to go light and dark in, you know, all over the place with it. I'm going to add a little bit up here. And I think that's good. Now I'm going to move on to Wisteria Wonder, which is my lightest color. And I'm going to fill in the white spaces. And again, I'm overlapping it with the other color so it kind of blends together. Going in circular motions. And you just want to make sure your paper's covered with color. And I think that looks pretty darn good myself. I like it. I've never tried these three colors together. I think they look pretty good together. So there's that. I'm gonna pause the video for a moment so I can close up my ink pads and get my Whisper White ready, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back, and so I've got my Whisper White craft ink pad open and ready to go. I've got my sponge dauber, sticking it on my finger here. Now, I don't normally use these things, so we're going to see how well I can use one. And then we have our template with the 3 circles. Now, I'm going to start with the largest circle, and I'm going to just go right about there with it. And I'm going to add some ink to my dauber. And I'm going to just add that ink right on here with my stencil. Okay, then I'm going to pick up my stencil and move it to another place. I'm going to do one down here. You want to be careful when you're picking these up because you don't want to smear it like I just did on that other one. So you want to try to pick it straight up. And I'm going to do one more large circle down here. Kind of going off the paper there. Uh-oh, it moved on me. Let's see if I can fix that. Uh-oh. Right? It's okay. We can fix it. Oh my goodness, my paper's moving around. Ah! It's a disaster. No, it's okay. It's only crafting. It's not a disaster. Not that, you know, crafting can't have disasters in it, but there you go. So I've got 3 circles in my largest circle. And the reason I say right top on it is because once you get ink around your stencil like I have here, you don't want to put it this way on your paper and ruin your project. So I learned that tip from my upline Wendy Cranford, so thank you, Wendy. So now I'm going to move on to using the medium-sized circle, and I'm just going to place them randomly. And let's see if I can hold my paper a little bit better this time. I should have my ink on the left side, seeing how I'm left-handed. And you can do these as light or as dark as you would like. You can pounce, you can swirl like I was doing. Kind of like the pouncing a little bit better. You kind of get a better, you know what I mean? But I'm going to overlap some of these. And notice I didn't ink up my dauber again. That's because I have plenty of ink on here right now. And I want them to be different, you know, shades of, you know, lightness, light to dark. You know what I mean? I don't want them to all be the same color. So I'm just randomly adding some circles. Okay, and let's see, put one down here. Okay. And I'm going to turn my paper, and I'm going to do one up here. Okay, and I think that's good for the medium size, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some of the small circles next. So without inking up my pad or my sponge dauber, I'm going to go ahead and just place this on here like that. Give it a little pounce. Now, I don't know if I explained this earlier or not, but I used my punches to make this and some of the clear window sheet to make the template. You can do this with any shape. I chose circles because that's technically what the bokeh technique is finding the circles or the discs, round discs in your photography. It's actually a photography term. I'm trying to make these a little lighter than the other ones. We'll see how that comes out. And then I'm going to go up here. And I feel like I should do one right here and try to cover up that mistake right there. Okay, let's see. You do still get ink on the other side of your stencil because, you know, if you move it or whatever, but hopefully it doesn't transfer onto your project. I'm going to do like a half one coming off the paper right here. Do another one here. Ink up my dauber again. Do one down here. And do one up here. I hope I'm in frame on the camera. I have not even paid attention to that. I am so sorry, guys. I should be paying attention to you, and I'm not. My paper turned when I was doing that one. Let's see if I can fix it. This should be called How Not to Do It. I'm just kidding. Pounce, pounce, pounce. Alright, let's try that again. I will fix it. If I can. Well, yeah, it's okay. I'm alright with that. I think I want to do one more right here. And then I'm going to call it good. So there you have it. That's the bokeh technique. Actually, I think I might do a couple more down here at the bottom. It kind of seems a little bare down here. And there you go. That's how you do the bouquet technique. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back in a few minutes and show you some finished cards. Okay, I'm back, and I just wanted to show you the finished cards that I made. Let me zoom out a little bit. Sorry about that. You're a little too close. Okay, so I made this one. I used the bouquet technique on these that I showed you, and I used the on film thinlits or framelits die from Stampin' Up, and it comes with this arrow and the film strip. It comes with a couple other dies as well, including a Polaroid frame, but I chose to use these two. And I just stamped my sentiment, Amazing You, in the arrow, and I used Blackberry Bliss on this one. And on this one I used chocolate chip. And on this one I used the Mossy Meadow. And on this one I used the, what is it called? I forgot. Tangelo Twist. So there's my finished cards. So I now have a card set of 4 cards that I can give to somebody as a gift, or I can use to send thank you notes, or whatever I choose to use them for. So I hope you enjoyed learning this technique with me, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I want to thank you all for spending your time with me. I appreciate you. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk with you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.